at this point, we'll probably go for a cheaper option to replace Cristiano if necessary. Definitely need an attacker and right back. Oh, well. Yeah, listen, I think one thing I say about Man United, and I keep reiterating this because I think fans are getting too dragged in. We were never feeling all the problems in one summer, and don't let rivals or mushrooms goad you into believing we should. No one else is doing that. No one else is fixing all that. And by the way, listen, Spurs fans can celebrate six signings all they want. They're including Fraser Foster as one of them. Like, who I've never ever seen a club celebrate backup goalkeepers before. Like signing a backup goalkeepers is so they've signed 5 players, right? Jed Spence and Basuma. Wow, very good talent. Everyone laughed at how much they paid for Richarlison. Nobody really wanted him. Ivan Perisic, would you want him at Arsenal? Would you want him at Man United? Would you want him at Chelsea? We'd all probably say no to that. And who's the other guy? I can't now remember. Who's the other person?
I don't even know.
Jed Spence.
I don't even know.
Jed Spence, Basuma, Fraser Foster.
Oh, no, wait. I forgot.
Richarlison, Perisic, and there's one other guy. Why am I forgetting who this other person is? I'm looking at Lengley. No one wanted him either. Like, my point is, Man United could have gone if Man United would have gone out and done Tottenham's business, right? And I'm not having a go at you, Jesse Dye. You're a great guy. If Man United went out and swapped their summer for Tottenham's, Man United's mushrooms would be going absolutely apeshit. They'd be throwing their toys out their pram. They'd be crying. They'd be whinging. They'd be moaning. Because I think Spurs have signed 3 really good players, and they've signed 3 backups, like for the here and now. Easy.
I don't even count like Matt Turner or Marquinhos in our summer business. Like, I don't even count them. Like, we have signed 3 players. That's, but maybe Spurs are not used to doing a lot of business in one summer. That might be why they're like, but the backup goalkeeper and Longley is definitely not something to be gassed about. Basuma, yeah.
And that's my point. And then you look at how much business, say, Man United have done, and you compare it to the amount of signings everyone else has done in the league. It's the same. And yet it's the same. And yes, we've got holes. They don't. But we are probably going to end up with 4 or 5, which is what I predicted at the beginning of the summer. Was told, no, we're never going to get anywhere near that. We're definitely going to sign 4. We've already got 3 through the door as an example. And I wouldn't, by the way, include a backup goalkeeper as the 4th or the 5th. Like, we've been linked to a few. I don't really care about them. Like, people are like, why didn't you do a reaction video to it? Who cares about a backup goalie? Like, it's not news. It's just an also run type thing. But he
is a Liverpool fan. That's what I thought. Like,
he is a Liverpool
fan. But did you talk about Ivan Toney yet? Is that a thing? Like,
well, we spoke about it on Sunday. Again, I'd like Ivan Toney at Man United. I like Ivan Toney. I like him as a player. I think he's really good. What I wouldn't want him to be. Yeah, I think he's really good. I think he's a really good footballer.
Oh, no, you don't. Really?
I think he's a really good football player,
yeah. Okay. Keep going.
So the point I was going to make is this. It's a risk a top 6 side bringing him in because he's never been tested at this level, and I'm talking Champions League level, so I get it's a risk. However, and there is a big however here, I would be happy to take that risk if Harry Kane was already at Man United. I'd be happy to take a £30 million risk on Toney as a second striker. But they're quoting £50 million for him. 50 million to be the replacement of Ronaldo is a no, because it's scenario based. And if he doesn't work out and you drop all that money on him, you've got this big hole. So based on the price and the fact that it's only really going to happen if Ronaldo leaves, I'd say avoid Toney. But if we had Ronaldo staying and they were like, we're going to bring him in and we could get him for £25 million, I'd be like, great, that's a great player to have on your bench. Like, young, good at hold-up play, good technically, of course, plays part of Frank's team, so he can play football to a degree. Then I'm happy. But it's a bit like with the Richarlison thing at Tottenham. I think he's a decent player, but I don't think he's £60 million worth of player. I think they've massively overspent on him. And the irony is, Richarlison was being called brilliant value at 60 million. But in Man United by one of the best progressive centre backs in European football for 45 million, and it's overpaying. It's crazy to me. Yes, it can rise to 55, but only if we win the goddamn league. Some more super chats have come in here. I only said that we definitely need another attacker and right back because we literally don't have a backup in those positions. Squad is thin, my dude. No, I hear you on that, but like I've said before, we're not fit. We're not gonna sign all and cover all the holes in one summer. It was never gonna happen before the summer started and after. One of the biggest reasons we had 2 or 3 players leaving on freeze. We had 2 or 3 people going out because their contracts were ending. It's a bit like with Chelsea. Chelsea idealistically didn't want to have to sign 3 centre backs in one summer, but with Aspie going, with Rudiger and Christensen already gone, they have to because of Pogba leaving, Matic leaving, Mata having to go. The new holes have been created because you've got 2 right backs already. Our coach's job is to listen. You might end up having to get the best out of them 2 you can, which is why there shouldn't be expectations on us achieving too much in terms of winning things. Remember, we're at the beginning of our process, not at the end of it, like other teams. So I get your point. You bang on, but I'm just quite relaxed about it, is what I've said. I've been saying this. If Arsenal had got Champions League, they'd have signed these man. Spurs have signed. I would be very underwhelmed. They need to make the Champions League count. I agree. I think most people would be underwhelmed if they got Tottenham's players. I think most people would be underwhelmed if they with the majority, not Basuma, not Jed Spence. The rest, honestly, if Man United were getting Richarlison or Perisic or Longley, I would have been annoyed. I'd have gone, oh, really? So I'm not gassing the 6 signings up. I think for Tottenham, they've done well. And I think Antonio Conte could be dangerous because of the squad they've already got. But when I'm comparing transfer windows with other teams, I think City have done better. I think Chelsea will end up doing better. I think Arsenal have done better than Spurs. But it doesn't mean I don't think Tottenham could be very dangerous because I think what they've added to their current squad is very good and they've got a top-class manager. But I'm talking more from the angle of, well, Spurs have signed 6 players. Why can't Man United? Well, because look at the level of 6 players they've signed. You know, they haven't signed 6 players of the level of Lisandro Martinez or 6 players of the level of Basuma. They really haven't, in my opinion.